Children of the Sun is a game of few words but with a gut-wrenching, heartbreaking story to tell. In this game, you play as the Girl, a cult survivor turned one-woman army who seeks revenge on the man who completely destroyed her family. The gameplay is a puzzle shooter in which you have one bullet that you need to use to take out an entire area's worth of enemies. You do so by using your psychic powers to redirect the bullet every time you hit an enemy. The gameplay loop is fun and offers a lot of replay value if you're one who likes open-ended puzzles with room for optimization and climbing leaderboards. But we're here mainly to talk about the story. Children of the Sun's narrative is delivered in jarring, quick flashback cutscenes that are typically 10 seconds or less and are not presented in chronological order. For the sake of coherence, I'm going to be telling the story in the order of which the events occurred. Also, while spoilers shouldn't really impact your experience with the gameplay, if you're someone who likes to go into games completely blind, I totally get that and would not be offended if you just bookmark this and come back to it when you've had a chance to play it. And finally, this game's story deals with cult survival, particularly the negative experiences that women have with cults, so please be warned for sensitive content. With that being said, here's the story of Children of the Sun. It all started when the girl was a child and her family all joined the cult called Children of the Sun together. This cult lives together on a ranch, their literature speaks of rejecting technology, and they use a lot of Christian iconography like crucifixes. They also have the phrase "join us or get out" written all over their premises, so they seem pretty opposed to non-believers coming just to see what's going on. Sometime after settling in, the girl's mother was taken from their home in the middle of the night because the cult leader wanted her. The next time we see the family, the mom is now very much pregnant, presumably with the leader's child, and the girl's dad is rightfully pissed off. Sometime later, the girl, her dad, and a woman from the cult are all out hunting deer together. The girl shoots a rifle and misses, but inadvertently uses her telekinetic abilities to redirect the bullet and kill 3 deer all at once. Both her father and the woman are pretty astounded at seeing the girl just yondu the crap out of that bullet. After some time has passed, the girl and her dad are attending a ritual when it becomes clear that the Children of the Sun have all found out about the girl's powers and aim to punish or sacrifice her for her supposed witchcraft. The dad pulls out a knife and steps in between his daughter and the cultists, but then the woman who ratted on them shoots him in the leg, blowing it off just below the kneecap. The girl then activates her Toph Beifong metal bending powers and throws the knife into the woman's chest, killing her. The leader of the cult lays his hands on the girl, but her mom jumps onto him and starts clawing at his eyes until she's shot in the head. The leader then slashes the girl across the face with a knife. Next, we see the girl and her father imprisoned with his leg completely removed. The prison is lit on fire while the girl frantically sketches a mask on paper. She uses her abilities to levitate a pair of scissors and kill the guards, and then she and her father escape. She is now wearing that paper mask. We are now done with all of the flashbacks and have gotten to the start of the events depicted in the game. The very first scene of Children of the Sun is the girl walking in on her father moments after he took his own life with a rifle. On the table next to him, she finds a handful of bullets and a map leading to cult headquarters. She takes the rifle out of her father's mouth and sets off to take down the Children of the Sun. The girl then follows the map to all known cult hotspots. She only has enough ammo to fire a single bullet at each location, but she manages to eliminate all the cultists she encounters by using her Jedi Girl Boss powers. During her journey to deliver justice to the cult leader, it takes time to highlight some of the PTSD and other effects suffered by cult survivors, especially women. In addition to a very brief moment showing the negative side effects of a repressed society like that. Oh hell yeah, Girl Boss. The girl is constantly having these flashbacks that we spoke about, and they shock her system, like bad memories that bubble up to the surface no matter how hard you try to hold them down. However, she remains undeterred, and the girl delivers what is possibly one of the hardest lines in all of fiction. Soon the sun will start shining through a bullet-shaped hole in your head. Just, ooh, that is so good. The cultists go to investigate the carnage left in the girl's wake, and when they find several bodies lying dead with only a single bullet at each scene, they realize in horror that this means that the girl is tracking them down, likely to exact revenge on them. This angers their leader not only because he's losing people he can take advantage of, but because he previously had a vision of the girl's face replacing his own in a portrait that was displayed over his throne. After a game of cat and mouse, our queen manages to subdue the leader of the Children of the Sun and puts a hole in his head for the sun to shine through, just as she had vowed earlier. However, any possible catharsis that could be taken from this ending is removed the moment that the cult members take the crown of thorns that their leader had been wearing, place it on the girl's head, and immediately start venerating her. The cult apparently operates under the same leadership rules as Wakanda, and now that the girl was able to defeat their leader in single combat, she has become the new leader of the Children of the Sun. Roll credits. I think Children of the Sun is a very interesting game. It's got a frenetic and hyperactive storytelling method that stands in stark contrast to the more methodical and slow-paced nature of its gameplay. It is definitely one of the most unique games that I have played all year, with one of the coolest visual styles. Kudos to Rene, Rother, I hope I pronounced that right, for making this game, and Devolver Digital for publishing it. If you are looking for a visceral, violent puzzle game that just scratches all the right itches, I could not recommend this game anymore. Thank you so much for watching this. My name is Nick. This is my new channel where I talk about the lore and stories for all of the games that I play. If you have any recommendations, let me know. Also, thank you so much to my patrons, Brotac, Marsh, Fake Milk, and Sinner. Patrons get to see all my videos a day or two early, not only on this channel, but on my Dead by Daylight channel as well. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a nice day, and I will catch you later.